Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some patriotic DIYs to share with you guys, so let's jump right on in. I am doing 3 different projects in today's video. One is a simple painting of some milk jars that I've had for years and kind of always meant to paint white and just never got around to it. The second is a piece of patriotic wall decor. Finally, I'm making some bows for the shutters on either side of my coffee bar shelves. And I'm starting with the wall decor and milk jars. Since I'm using white for both the jars and the background of the wall decor, I decided to paint them at the same time. Everything is already prepped here. I sanded the wood square and I spray coated a primer on the jars so that the paint will have something to stick to instead of just straight glass. I'm using acrylic paint today, but I found that even when I use chalk paint, I need to add a primer coat for glass or there'll be problems later on with the second coat. The first coat usually goes on just fine. I'm just spreading it on here like I normally would paint something on these jars right now, but it's the second coat that can get a little dicey if I don't prep it properly. I also want to take a second to apologize for the way my voice sounds today. I woke up this morning with some really bad allergies and I am all stuffed up and my sinuses have a lot of pain. It's not pleasant. So if my voice sounds a little bit off, that's why.
Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no, 'cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh, I have seen many places where the beauty never.
Now, at this point, I decided to attempt a second coat on the milk jars, and I ended up stopping because it was definitely not dry enough yet. I tried just painting it on, but it started to pick up some of the first coat of paint, and that is the problem that you usually get when painting on glass, and that's regardless of the type of paint. I've had this happen with chalk paint as well. This time, it was definitely because it wasn't dry enough yet. I tried more of a stippling technique where I just press the paint down on the glass, and that usually does the trick as long as the first coat is dry enough, but that didn't really work either. So I set it down and went back to it much later after it had some time to thoroughly dry. And I just went on ahead and put the second coat of paint on the wall decor. I really thought about leaving it with just one coat of the white paint because I really liked how you could see the grain through it, gave it more of a rustic look, but it was a really uneven first coat, so I decided to go ahead and put that second coat on. Now here you can see me use that stippling technique, and then I just kind of roll the brush over it to kind of get rid of any bubbles that appear. And that worked a lot better. And you probably noticed it is now darker in the room, and that is because it was darker. I went back much, much later in the evening and it was dark outside by the time I got to this second coat of the milk jars. Now, I designed the pattern for my wall decor myself, and I am just cutting out a stencil for it using my Cricut. It was a really simple design. It's a blue star with a red outline, and I really got the idea from the pillow I bought a few weeks ago from Target. I just really loved the simplicity of the pillow, and I wanted to echo that with the artwork. It helped that I couldn't really find any patriotic wall art that I liked, and I had this extra piece of wood from a past project, so it allowed me to really make something that worked well with other pieces that I had by just making my own.
You came out of nowhere that first time. Said you were too tired to walk the line. I said, then hold up, precious. I can be a goldsmith, and you a nomad or a tailor, and we don't have to follow the rules. Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh, I believe everything to be true. Oh, every little bit of my heart lights up. Oh, can you please tell it to never stop? Now my worried mind seems to fall behind, and I can find time to reflect on where we're headed. The sky's not the limit when I have you by my side. Oh, we can run mad, be free falling, and yet be glad. Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh, I believe everything to be true. Oh, every little bit of my heart lights up. Oh, can you please tell it to never stop? Sunflower lilies, roses and tulips can't match one single kiss from you. Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh, I believe everything to be true. Oh, every little bit of my heart lights up. Oh, can you please tell it to never stop? Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh, I believe everything to be true.
Now, I really like working with stencils when I'm using multiple colors on a project. If it's all one color, it's definitely easier to just use a vinyl decal, but when I have all the paint colors I'm planning on using, it is much cheaper and saves a lot of time to use a stencil and just paint it in. I did 2 coats of the red paint for the outline and 3 of the blue for the star in the middle. The red is a chalk paint, so it's a little thicker, while the blue is an acrylic, so the coats are thinner just because it's a thinner paint.
watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever.
I just want to take a quick second here before I finish with this last coat and reveal the pattern to ask that if you're enjoying the video to please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I would be so honored to have you join the channel community here. If you aren't ready to, that's totally okay. You can always hit the like button instead. It really does so much to help support my channel and spread the video out to anyone else who might be interested in it as well. So I'm going to talk you guys through how I made this bow. This bow is going to go on the shutters on either side of my coffee bar shelves instead of wreaths for my Americana Patriotic decor that I am going to start putting up here very shortly. I like to get it up before Memorial Day or by Memorial Day. And it looks like this. I learned how to make these in college. I took a floral design class so I could stay full time. And now I am going to, that's an extra piece,
show you guys how to make it. So I'm just gonna get a hugely long piece of ribbon, which is probably way too long for what we want, but I would prefer to have more than I need. So I can make it the size that I want. So I gotta kind of make sure that I've got it as big as I need. Okay. So I always start off with a long tail, and then you are going to twist it all the way around. So you're going to twist it in the middle. And the reason why you need to twist it all the way around, first of all, it gives you a nice place to put your fingers. But secondly, this is a one-sided ribbon. And so every time you make a loop, you have to twist it, because if you don't, it is not going to, and I actually only want to twist it halfway. It's not going to show the right side of the ribbon on the outside. So I've got the tail, I twisted it around, so now I can see the underside, because I'm going to do that first bow. So you make first loop. You make your loop, you just have it in the back and you pull it to the front. And so right where you twisted it before, you're going to take it and you are going to kind of twist it again. Well, I lost my first twist. So you're going to take it, hold it down, kind of twist it again. So now you should see the underside again. And I kind of like to have it off to the side because I'm going to pile these one right on top of the other. And so you do the same thing on the other side. You kind of want to make sure they're the same length, the loops, because otherwise your bow is going to look off kilter. And then once again, right in the middle, you are going to twist, and then you're going to put your thumb on top and pinch it. And I'm going to have 3 loops of these sizes, so I'm just going to do it 4 more times. And I just pile them one right on top of the other, because then you can kind of check and make sure they're similar sized. So there's that one. And every time I go back to the middle, I just twist it so then I can see the underside again. And then I do it again. And then I do it. Ooh, I'm running out. One last time. And now, ooh, I didn't get enough. That's okay, life goes on. We'll just have to cut that shorter. So then you want to do 2 small ones. And you do the same thing. You just tuck it in the middle. You just make them smaller. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to twist all the way around. Twist all the way around. And then I'm going to take it through and wrap it around, twisting it in the back as well. I've got some burlap jute here, and I am just gonna take it around to the opposite side, and this will get hidden when you fluff out the bow. And then I'm gonna tie it in a double knot to secure it. You can use floral wire and like twist it if you want. I just don't have any right now, so I'm using jute. Kind of doesn't matter where it is. And then all you have to do now is fluff it out. Fluff it out. And to fluff it out, what I usually do is I take the 2 bottom ones and I push one up and I pull one down, and then you just make it round. Wired bow or wired ribbon works best for this kind of thing because it allows you to shape it. It keeps its shape a lot better. So when you fluff it out, it's going to stay that way. So I highly recommend when you're making bows to always use wired ribbon. Fluff that one out. Fluff that one out. And now we're left with the two in the middle. And you just fluff these out so that they kind of cover the middle. And there you have it. I actually think I made that one too large. That's why it didn't work. So that happens. The nice thing about this is because you didn't tape it or anything, I can just cut this jute off and go back through it and do it again. This one that I did here actually took me like 3 or 4 times to get right. So it's totally okay. We all make mistakes. That's the nice thing about going through it again. So. I'll just do it with a slightly smaller bow. Or loops, smaller loops. My loops were too big. I got way too overexcited about it, I guess. Highly recommend pinching it before you twist. It's just going to make your life easier when you do the twist. It's going to make it so it doesn't get all gollywompered and funky. Yeah, I think this is going to look better. This is going to look more like my other one. And hopefully have a longer tail. I will say I think I'm kind of, this one's going to look a little funky too. Yeah, that's much better. I will say I do kind of need to get that one out a little bit more. That is much better. Now I need more jute. Come on. Be nice to me. Oh yeah, that's better. It's much better. Woo! Yeah, I think that's gonna look better. I think that's gonna be better. They don't have to be exact, because it's kind of like when you're putting like eyebrow makeup on, they should be sisters and not twins. But I do try my best to get them as even as possible. Okay. And I'm not cutting the rest of this jute on. I'm going to keep it on. Or I'm not cutting the rest of the jute off. I'm going to keep it on. Okay. Let's see now. Let's see how close this one gets. Okay. Fluff this out. This one might be too small. And that's another thing too. It can be difficult to get all the sizing correct. Yeah, this one's gonna be better. This one's gonna be fine. Gonna be close enough that I feel like I'm not gonna change it. And there you go. Let's see. This is the one that I just did. Actually, I think that looks better than the first one. Let me see if I can get it in view. So now all I have to do, yeah, I think in the end, long run, it's going to end up looking nicer than this one. Similar enough in size. I think this one just looks better. And now all I have to do is cut these off. Oh yeah, I love it when it works out. Yeah, I just made it way too big the first time. You know what I'm gonna need to do? There we go. And that is it. Now, like I said, I am keeping the jute on the back long because I'm going to make a loop so I can hang it up on those shutters. But that is it. That's all you need to do. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button down below if you haven't already. It really does so much to support my channel and to spread this video out to anyone else who might be interested. I will see you guys in my next video. I'm going to be starting my Patriotic Decorate with Me's. See you then. Bye for now.